Today I wanted to share a video of some really simple journal ideas that you can include at any time, but particularly if you're just starting a journal and you want to journal and start filling in the pages but you don't know where to start. I've just started in a new journal. This is my journal. It's one that I made as usual, and I've already filled up quite a few pages in just last week, and so I'm going to take you into this journal. I'm going to show you all of the pages that I've filled so far and explain some different ideas which will hopefully inspire you and give you a little bit of inspiration for filling up your own journal. So I'm going to take you inside my journal and the pages that I've done so far. I've only been in this journal for a week or maybe less than a week, and I've just been really enjoying playing in here and kind of exploring some new ideas and techniques. And so I want to show you the pages that I've done. Of course you can do whatever you want in your journal. You don't have to do these ideas for your first few pages, but if you do feel stuck, hopefully they will spark a little bit of inspiration or give you some ideas. So the very first page on your journal can be really hard, and I always say you can just leave that page blank when you first start and then you can come back to it later. But if you do want to fill it in, I think a really simple formula is just a recent photo of yourself, your name and the date or the month that you've started working in the journal, and then whenever you finish the journal you can come back and you can fill in when you finished it, and that way you have a time period at the beginning of the journal that tells you when you were working inside. So that's what I've done on my first page. I just used some colored pencils to draw a border and like some little decorations on the first page. So think of your first page, your very first page, as an introduction to yourself. So you're kind of introducing yourself. Whenever you come back and read this journal, if it's in years to come, or if your kids read it, or if anybody else reads it, they're going to be wondering who kept the journal. So this is kind of a good opportunity to document who you are at the time that you are keeping the journal. So you're introducing yourself to the journal, and you're also introducing yourself to your future self and to anyone who might look at the journal. I'm going to skip ahead the first few pages here where I've just done some regular journaling, but I will come back and touch on that later on in this video. The next idea you could do to start working your journal is an ins and out page. So this is my ins and out page, and this is basically a page where you're outlining the things in your life that you want more of and the things in your life that you want less of. So you're basically just creating two different lists of things that are healthy and good, things that you want to encourage more or curate more in your life. And then you're creating a list of things that need to stop, or things that you want to see less of in your day-to-day life. And this is such a simple page. It's a really good chance and tool just for self-reflection and reflecting on your life and how you want to move forward into your life. The next idea I've included on the same page in this envelope, and this is a letter to yourself. So I'm not going to pull my letter out and read it to you because it's personal and yours will be personal to yourself. But basically I've just tucked it into an envelope. I wrote my name on the envelope because it's to me, and I've attached it to this page. And so if you're writing a letter to yourself, if you're wondering what to put in that letter, I wrote wishes that I have for myself. So I'm just thinking in kind of a shorter time period. So I'm kind of writing this to myself in maybe like a year's time, around that time. So it's not too far in the future, but just kind of my immediate or current wishes for myself, how I'm feeling right now, and also like words of encouragement to myself. So it's just a really fun way to kind of reflect again on where you are right now and where you would like to be in the future. And then you can come back and you can reflect on that later on and kind of compare what things you've achieved and where you're at in life. Another little idea is to do your current wish list and thrift list if you're a thrifter like me, things that you want to keep an eye out for in the thrift store. I've just written that on the back of this page, and then here I have some more just regular journaling which I'll come back to later on. Another easy first page idea is a currently list. So it doesn't have to be in list form, but you can document your life currently. So I've written things like my age and the age of all the people in my family. I've written some social media stats so I can compare this later on with any growth or decline. And then I've also written like my favorite drinks and food right now, and my favorite hobbies, and just things that I'm enjoying. So life currently, you can just kind of write what your life looks like right now. And you could also include some current photos. So for me, I think I'll go in and add some current photos down the side here later on. The next page idea, this is a glow up page. So you probably heard the term glow up, and usually it's referred to just like physically, so how you can kind of improve your looks. But I did a glow up page for the year, and it's not just physical appearance. I did all of these little subheadings. So I did mind, soul, body, style, hair, habits, skin, teeth, hands. So just all different aspects of yourself that you can glow up. So things that you can do to improve all the different aspects of your life. So I did those as little subheadings, and then I just wrote underneath them my ideas of ways that I can glow up in each of those categories. So that was a really fun page to do. And I just decorated around it with some paint. So I painted some pretty little bows, which was really fun. I think another great introductory page for your journal is like a mood board, but it isn't necessarily for the year or for the month or any specific purpose. It's just like a vision board of things that I feel drawn to right now. So it can be just like a vision board of your current tastes and interests and anything that you feel drawn to, because our interests and our tastes, they change all the time. And so this was just a way to visually create like a little collage of all the things that I'm kind of liking and feeling drawn to, my style and my tastes right now. And I also just included a couple of little quotes, and this continued onto the next page here. And there is a break in between, which is the next idea. So again, I think another great idea for some of the first pages of your journal is goals for yourself. So I just did like a pretty little title that says goals for myself, and I actually tucked my goals into this little library pocket. So I wrote them down on this little library card on the front and on the back, and I kind of didn't do it in list form. I just kind of wrote out in sentence form something that I have as goals for myself, and then on this little tag I broke those goals down into habits. So you can actually look at the larger goals that you have for yourself, and then you can break it down into more achievable little ways that you can work your way towards these goals. So that's what I did for my goals for myself. And I also just slipped in a little Instax photo of me and my daughter in there too, because I thought that was cute. So that's my other vision board page. And then the last thing that I'm going to touch on is just general journaling. So you don't have to do like special pages like this all the time. I like to do just written journaling, and you'll see that already throughout my journal. So I did quite a lot of pages here with written journaling. I've got some here, and then in the first few pages of my journal, I actually have a journal with me video where I filled this out. So this is my regular like day-to-day journaling. And if you really don't know what to write, I just wanted to share some tips or some ideas with you of the sort of things that I write about. Because most of our life is made up of just everyday, regular, daily moments. And I think it's really important to document just a regular day. And so I like to write sort of how I'm feeling. I like to write any future plans that I've got for myself. I really like to write about stranger interactions, like any interactions that I have with strangers or people that I've met. I find that really interesting and really fun to read back on. And I also like to write about places that I've been. So this was documenting a camping trip that we went on. And that's always a fun thing to journal about, because you can include your ephemera and you can include your photos and stuff. But you can also just journal about regular stuff like what you wore or what you ate. And you can always just draw those things, or you can just write if you don't like drawing. Or you can add any kind of decoration to go along with it. But it can be the most mundane things that you write about. And I'll pop a little list up on the screen of those prompts or those certain things that I like to write about in my own journal. So those are some really simple journal page ideas and different ways that I like to fill out my journal pages with writing, and how I tackle journaling every day sort of stuff as well. I really hope these ideas are helpful to you and that you're feeling inspired to journal. Journaling is so much fun. It's such a great reflective tool, and your journal is just a place where you can explore yourself, you can explore your tastes, you can explore your styles. It's also a place where you can do self-reflection, and on top of that, it's a great way to document your life and actually come back later on in life and see your development and how far you've come and what things have changed, what things have stayed the same, and document your memories and all of that good stuff. I hope you pull out your journal and you do some journaling too, and I will see you again soon in my next video.